Muchas felicidades, Jillian. Are you guys enjoying the dinner tonight? Well, this is only gonna get better. Former U.S. Representative Luis Gutierrez has been an ardent champion of Latino civil rights and has been a longtime advocate for comprehensive immigration reform. A 2017 article stated that he was 5 years ahead of his party on immigration issues, and he wasn't afraid to pick fights with them over it. From his support of DACA to his recent criticism of the NRA after our community was attacked in El Paso, Luis never fails to make our words heard. To our community, he is a familiar face on CNN, Univision, Telemundo, resolute in speaking always his truth. For a quarter century, Luis represented a predominantly Latino section of Chicago, and while he has served them really well, clearly showcased by the fact that he has been re-elected 13 times, yes, 13 times, and never with less than 75% of the vote. Obviously, Luis has always seen the big picture. That is why I am honored to welcome to the stage former U.S. Representative Luis Gutierrez.
It's wonderful to be here tonight again in San Francisco. And it's wonderful to be here with MEDA tonight. I want to, first of all, say thank you to all of the members of the board, to the wonderful women and men who work tirelessly each and every day here at MEDA, and to the incredible leadership of Luis Granados that has brought us all here together. So we're celebrating another year of work, and we have many, many challenges. So I just want to take the few minutes that I have here with you this evening to just take you back. A lot of people ask me, why is it that someone who was born of Puerto Rican parents, who have been citizens for generations of the United States of America, would make immigration his key and fundamental issue and priority as a member of Congress? Well, when my mom and dad left Puerto Rico in 1952, my mom had a 6th grade education. My dad had an 8th grade education. And they came to the city of New York, and there wasn't a banner that said, "Bienvenido, que bien que han llegado." No, what welcomed them was people and politicians and the political structure that said that my mom and dad were coming because they were gang members, because they were bringing tropical diseases, because they were lazy and wanted to be on welfare. Sound familiar? Well, that was the reality that my mom and dad and hundreds of thousands of Puerto Ricans that fled the island of Puerto Rico looking for a better life. And that's the reality that I was born into. And yes, my parents were treated poorly, but they raised a son to make sure that when I saw people treated like my mom and my dad as they are today, I would not remain silent. I would denounce that treatment. And maybe there wasn't anybody to stand up for my mom and dad, but they taught me to stand up for people. Because it was 1953 when separate but equal was the law of the land, and there were swimming pools I couldn't swim in, neighborhoods I couldn't visit, schools I couldn't attend, because discrimination was legal. And so when people say to me, Black Lives Matter, I said, I've always understood that fundamentally. Because black people gave up their lives in a civil rights movement in the United States of America so I could have a voice in the Congress of the United States of America. And I always understood that without a Civil Rights Act and a Voting Rights Act, my life would not be the life that I have had. And so I want to come here today to say we must continue to persevere. We must continue. Because those children that have still not been reunited with their parents son nuestros hijos y hijas. Y no podemos descansar hasta que no estén con sus padres de nuevo. Because those dreamers that are being threatened, those are my daughters, Omaira and Jessica. Those are my daughters, Omaira and Jessica. They go to school together. They learn together. They live together. They go to the same church together, sit in the same pews together, go to the same activities in the same playgrounds. Son nuestros hijos. Son cientos de millones de ellos y nosotros no vamos a permitir que la Casa Blanca los deporte de los Estados Unidos de América. Están aquí y se quedarán aquí con nosotros. And just as importantly, their moms and dads deserve a place where they no longer fear being deported from the United States of America. I'm here tonight with my beautiful and lovely wife, Zoraida. And Zoraida and I, we came together. We're going to leave here together. We're going to join our daughter tomorrow night and my grandson tomorrow night. Y tú sabes el refrán, ¿verdad? De la Biblia, ¿verdad? Amar a tu prójimo como a ti mismo. Pues si yo tengo la garantía de que esta noche yo voy a salir con mi esposa a mi hotel y mañana me voy a reunir con mi familia y mis hijas están seguras en Chicago que van a ver su papá, no descansaremos hasta que cada padre y cada madre cuando salen a trabajar tienen la garantía que van a regresar a sus hijos y a su familia. Porque como dijo Luis, somos todo un solo pueblo. Somos todos un solo pueblo. Yo tengo un nieto, Luis Andrés. And you know, my daughter, she's like super Puerto Rican, right? She got the curly hair. And she met this young man, Ecliserio Figueroa de Guerrero, Mexico. And so my 16-year-old grandson, Luis Andrés, su papá es mexicano y por allá come pozole y cuando llega a nuestra casa come arroz con gandules. Dice, ay bendito y pozole como nada. Porque él representa la realidad de nuestro futuro como comunidad latina. Él es la raza cósmica que va a hacer en este país un mejor país para todos. But we have someone in the White House that wants to send gay people back to the closet, wants to send black people back to the back of the bus, wants to send women back to the kitchen, and wants to silence me and make sure that I don't speak en el idioma, ¿verdad?, de Dios, el español. Pero ¿sabe algo? Él representa una amenaza para mi nieto y para toda nuestra juventud. Hemos luchado demasiado largo para nosotros caminar para atrás, para nosotros no echar para adelante en esta democracia. So what I'm here to say tonight is, let's all join together to make sure. Because I asked Luisito, I said, Luisito, ¿cómo tú te sientes? How do you feel? Who are you, my grandson? Tell me how you feel. And you know what he said? In this arm, I feel real Puerto Rican, Grandpa. And in this one, I feel real Mexicano. And then he ended by saying, but right here in my heart, Grandpa, I'm American. And you know what I know something? Nosotros le enseñamos a nuestros hijos a respetar, admirar, querer y amar de dónde vienen. Pero también tenemos que garantizar dónde están en Estados Unidos de América. Y no podemos permitir, and we cannot continue to permit someone to say that my grandson is a murderer, a rapist, a drug dealer, and somebody we've got to get rid of. Now, we moved to Puerto Rico because I wanted to move back to that special place where my mom and dad were born, to spend the last chapter of my life. rebuilding the island of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. And so now I'm a senior policy advisor for, with the a citizenship project across the United States of America, the National Partnership for New Americans. We have already helped 1 million people become American citizens. We're going to help 1 million more before November of 2020 so that we can expand our growing numbers into growing power. And secondly, I'm going to work in the state of Florida because the president said after Hurricane Maria, oh, esos puertorriqueños, they just want everybody to do everything for them. He called us lazy. Well, this is what I've got to say. We'll see after the next year of work just how lazy we are when we line up to vote in November of 2020. And we take our youth and we take our immigrants. But the only way we're going to be able to save any one of us is if we save all of us. All of us. All of us. So let's all stand up together with our brothers in the gay and lesbian community and the Muslim community and the women of America that are leading this revolution in the United States of America. Let's all stand up together como Latinos and usher in that new civil rights movement. Thank you so much.